In search of work, two young men decide to enter South Africa illegally. To avoid a border post, they must swim across a river. But within minutes, they're attacked by something in the water. By all accounts, the wounds on the men's hands and feet were unmistakably the work of tigerfish.
Now, I love fishing, but there's a limit to what fishing can tell you. Basically, it tells you that a certain fish was in a certain place and it was feeding. But to truly understand this fish, I've got to get beneath the surface with it, underwater in its domain. In effect, what I've got to do, I've got to turn myself into human bait.
That's easier said than done. Before I can go eye to eye with tigerfish, I first need to get past the crocodiles. To find out how, I'm meeting Brad Besterlink, a man who's grown up in the Delta. If anyone can make sure I don't end up as reptile food, it's Brad. But there are no guarantees.
So, I mean, what about the large animals that exist here, the elephants, the hippos, the crocs? How do you work around them?
Crocs are much harder to anticipate, and that's just something that we have to deal with in the water.
So what you say deal with in the water, I mean, what does that involve?
Well, we can...
Isn't that rather, that sounds pretty dangerous?
We can manage interactions with crocs on the bottom. In the surface, that's where you die.
Brad has figured out that for a few weeks every winter, the water temperature is low enough to slow down the cold-blooded crocs. In effect, they enter a brief hibernation when they cease to hunt. So far, so logical, but I'm feeling anything but reassured. The enormity of what might be happening tomorrow is starting to sink in. I could be within touching distance of one of these animals in its element. Now, I've seen the damage that crocodiles can do to people, and it's very hard to actually put that from my mind. Another thing that's actually surfacing in my mind right now is a saying that the tribespeople have here. And what they say is this: I am the river, my surface gives you life, below is death.